Okay, we are live. Hello, everyone. Let us know if you're hanging out with us tonight for our first reading sprints for the Journey Through the Bible Readathon. I'm so excited. My co-host Maddie is joining me today. Yay!
Hello, guys.
I am so excited. And my mouse did officially break for some reason, so
Of course.
of course, but at least my keyboard works in case I have to answer messages and stuff. And I
Yeah.
did, for some reason, forget to post, hey, I'm actually going live. Like, I posted it, but then I'm like, I forgot to put like a reminder. So,
I do the
but
same thing.
yeah,
Mhm.
I normally don't forget. And I was like, oh no, I forgot. So, but I'm sure a lot of people will pop in. Usually takes a few seconds for it to click through and everything.
Well, and it's also Friday night, like we're finishing up with the day, getting our weekend started. So sprint's the perfect thing to do.
Yep, exactly. That's why I have it on Friday.
I love it. I love it.
So I got a few people popping in. Nikita's here. Hi, Nikita. Nikita's always reading multiple books.
Oh my goodness.
She's reading Blood on the Tracks, edited by Martin Edwards, collection of mysteries by classic authors but deal with railroads. Cool. Very interesting. Hello, Dream in the Garden. And Ellie's here. Hello. And Dream in the Garden is reading Chaos at the Lazy Bones Bookshop. I read that one.
I just read that one like 2 days ago. Yeah.
Oh, so we both read it.
Yeah. Did you read it recently too?
Yeah, I read it probably about 2 weeks ago, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I felt like it was perfect to start this October month out with.
Yeah, it is a good fall read.
Very cute.
And Nikita's also reading The War Before Independence by Derek Beck. Nonfiction for Fridays. Nice. And third is The Sunday Philosophy Club by Alexander McCall Smith. I have heard of that author, but I haven't read his books yet. That's okay. You can send as many messages as you want. So what are you reading tonight, Maddie?
Well, I'm going to be finishing an audio book because when I do a lot of driving, I try to have an audiobook going at all times, and I have like 30 minutes left, and it's called The Cracked Spine, and it is a Scottish bookshop mystery, which is super cute. I've really enjoyed it. And then after that, I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to read just yet, but I have a selection. I'll just have to kind of decide what prompt do I want to use.
I always have a couple going on too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I actually was listening to an audiobook earlier today that I was like, I only have a half hour. I got to finish. I was at Barnes & Noble waiting for a friend. So I was like, I'm just going to listen to it while I look around.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. If I have quiet time and I can actually listen to an audiobook, I am. That's what I have to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm still continuing This Dreamer by Sarah Watterson. It's a Joseph retelling. It's a fantasy retelling. So that one's pretty good. And then I might start Brave tonight by Misu Andrews, which is our buddy read for the Readathon. So that should be interesting. I just have to pick which highlighters and which tabs I want to use.
Yeah.
So
See,
I usually like to
dive
match.
into that. I haven't done like the annotations. I want to, but I oftentimes lose my markers because of my kids. So it's like if I start with them and I can't find them, then my OCD is going to catch up to me.
I only do it for buddy reads. That's about it. So
Yeah.
it helps me remember a lot more than I would if I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I also found some really cool ambiance music and stuff for today that has to go with the readathon, so that should be fun.
That'll be cool.
Let's see. Laura's reading Apple Caramel Mayhem. Fun. Definitely cozy mystery sounding.
Yes.
Hello, Jamie. Kim started The Phantom of the Opera. Nice. Oh, then a book review came. Oh, I have that one too. The Color of Home by Kit DeSello. Yes. Yes. I never get to reviews early because I just have too many. It's like very rarely do I get to one before it's published. Beth is reading Without a Trace by Colleen Coble. Nice. Most likely I have read that one because I've read a lot of her books. Jamie's reading Dracula, Can't Help Falling by Courtney Walsh, and Silent Kingdom by Rachel Shade. Nice. Hey, Paige. Paige is reading Hood and Ariadne and the Legend of the Fire Rose. Yes, I still need to read that.
I got something in my hand.
Piper wants to show you what book she's reading.
Ooh, I love that. What story are you reading in there?
Which is your favorite story from in there?
A lot of things.
A lot of them?
I'll show you. This is the biggest book.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to talk with our friends, though, okay?
Okay.
Guys, this is Piper. Sorry. I'm solo parenting tonight, and so
It's okay.
she's an extrovert, so she likes to talk to anyone she can.
And show them their new book.
Your new books.
Yeah.
Okay. Go finish dinner.
She's so cute.
Thank you.
Molly says hi. Hello, Molly.
Hi, Wally.
Oh,
Hi, Molly.
there you go.
And Gem and K Blade is reading Green Glass House. Nice. Hi, Teresa. Teresa's reading Brave by Misu Andrews. Yes. You messaged me earlier, and I was like, yeah, you're reading it. And Molly's reading A Voice in the Wind by Francine Rivers. Awesome. Have you read that series, Maddie?
No, the only thing I've read of hers is the Redeeming Love one, and I hadn't read that until like 3 or 4 months ago. And so I'm like, I don't know how I hadn't read any of her books yet. It took me 33 years. Yeah, it's crazy. But I loved it, and I've heard a ton about A Voice in the Wind, so I'm like, I feel like I should probably jump on that one soon.
Yeah, I read Redeeming Love for the first time, I think, 2 years ago, I think. So it wasn't that long ago for me. And then I read the Mark of the Lion series, which I did enjoy that series, I think, more than Redeeming Love.
Yeah.
Jamie says hi, Piper. Oh, The Green Glass House by Kate Milford. Nice. Nikita read A Voice in the Wind last month. Enjoyed it. Awesome. Book 3 is my favorite. I think it's an unpopular opinion. I think most people like the first book the best, but I really like the guy character in the third book. Molly says hi too to Piper. I forgot to put my water on for my tea. I'm like sitting here waiting for my tea to boil. And I'm like, it's not going to go on if it's not actually lit. There we go. Now we'll have tea. Molly's really enjoying A Voice in the Wind. Nice. Yeah, Jamie, I was tempted to DNF Redeeming Love because there were some parts that were a little risque in there, for sure.
Yeah,
her writing style is good.
Right, and that's what I was going to say is that it was the writing style, and I was like, I'm going to stick with it because I hadn't read something of hers yet, but the writing style intrigued me enough to where it's like, we're just going to keep pushing through. And I loved her writing style, so I'm happy that I did stick with it, but it was a little hard at times.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, I always tell people, like, I don't know if everybody knows, but she used to write secular romances until she became a Christian. And then she immediately, like, I think she's got most of her rights for her books. So she pretty much deleted everything. There's no more copies available, but you can still kind of see it in her writing a little bit, but it doesn't go to that point, but you can see.
Yeah. Is it like that with some of her newer books? Because I know Redeeming Love was definitely an older book of hers, but is it still kind of the same with the newer ones?
I've only read Mark of the Lion series otherwise, and that one I feel the first book gets a little that way, but I think the second two are better, I think.
Gotcha.
From what I'm remembering. Teresa says she's soft enough to Voice in the Wind for now. Just not in a headspace. There is a lot of characters in that. Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and I do recommend, like, for people who are fans of that series, there's another series from Angela Hunt called the Emma series, and it's similar, but there's nothing explicit in it. Like, I don't think at all, really, but it kind of has that same feel and the same content. So that's
And
another really great series.
Emma, like EMMA.
EMISSARIES. M-is series.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
really good. The third book comes out next year, and I can't wait. Hello, Glittering the Sky. She pre-ordered Brave to read tonight. Awesome. Oh, no. Oh, it's telling you they're not going to deliver it until November 13th. That's crazy. I'll go over there and beat them up for you. Oh, no. Well, I was going to say, I'm like, if you're in the US, like, cancel your order and order it from Baker Publishing or Baker Bookhouse, because it's free shipping and I think it's still like 30% off. So if you want to do that, and it might get here quicker, or like don't cancel your Amazon order, but order from Baker Bookhouse first and see if it comes quicker, because November 13th is really late.
Yeah.
And I know Baker Bookhouse like already has their books, like they usually get them like way before publishing date. So hopefully you'll get it. I hope.
I've had that happen before where I'll pre-order one on Amazon, and it's like whenever you pre-order, it tells you it's going to come obviously on the day or like right after it was published. And then you get this notification. It's like, hey, by the way, it's going to be like a month and a half later. And I'm like,
I know. It's like, why?
Yeah, I'll just go to the bookstore and grab it at this point,
I know, right? Yeah. I keep using my mouse. I might as well just put it over there. I'm like, mouse is not helping me any. Not even with the new battery.
Oh, man.
Paige got the audio from Brave. Nice. I would listen to the audio, but as I said, I do have to annotate and make sure I have questions and stuff for the author. But excited you're going to be able to join me, Maddie, for the author chat. It'll be fun.
I'm so excited.
She is like the sweetest lady ever. I love her. It's like when I met her, I think I literally gave her like 9 hugs on the day that I met her.
Yeah,
and I was like, can I adopt you and your husband as mom and pop? And she's like, sure. I was like, okay, great. So she's a really nice lady. Glittering the Sky says, sounds like a good plan. For now, reading Awakening by Jacqueline Brown. Nice. Yeah, so don't cancel your order from Amazon, not until you know if Baker Bookhouse can get it. But Baker Bookhouse is pretty quick at delivering books, so hopefully you'll get a copy. If not early, you can still watch the replay. Jamie says she'll only pre-order from the author or Baker. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Baker doesn't give free shipping to books that aren't published by them. They do sometimes, I think. But the only time I pre-order from Amazon if it's like a book that's not published by Baker. Sometimes I do. Like I pre-ordered what's her name? Pepper Basham's newest book.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I have to. I've already read it, but I need it. Brave doesn't come out until November for her in the UK. Aw.
Yeah, she was telling me that, and I'm like, that stinks. But I guess that's common. So
yeah,
it stinks.
But you'll be able to see the replay, and I mean, if you don't mind spoilers, you can always hang out in the chat too with her. That's totally okay if you don't mind spoilers. And Paige is going to try to take notes. Okay, so do you want to start our first sprint in about a minute here?
Sounds good.
Okay, so we're going to do our usual 20-minute reading sprints for us. Yes, it does stink. It does stink. We should all get it around the world at the exact same time.
Right.
They should all plan ahead, like make it all November 1st or nothing, or October 1st. All right, so we're going to do 20 minutes. I have some fun ambiance music for the Journey Through the Bible Readathon. So grab your books and have fun reading, and we'll see you all back in 20 minutes.
See you then.
Okay, everyone, that's the end of our first reading sprint. Let us know how you all did in your sprinting. How did you do, Maddie?
I finished my audiobook, which was so good. Like I said, I had like 30 minutes left, so of course it was like getting down to the nitty gritty because it was a cozy mystery, and so we now know who the person was and all that jazz. So yeah, it was very, very good. And so now I'm just trying to decide what I want to read next.
Well, I didn't get very far. I read the author's note and like 1.5 pages.
That's fair.
But I did make my annotating colors.
Oh, those are gonna be pretty.
So, blue, pink, sand, and gray, and I feel like it went pretty well with the cover. So
yeah, I like that.
Try to match.
I like it.
I got everything all over the place now. I just finally made my cup of tea.
What kind of tea are you drinking?
It's like a throat coat one because I've been talking too much this week.
Mm-hmm.
So my voice is kind of scratchy. So I thought I'm just going to drink this for today.
Yeah, I like that stuff.
It is really good. And this is the only one that I actually don't need honey in. Like I'm okay just drinking it plain.
Yes, I'm the same way.
Normally I put honey in everything.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
Okay, I gotta find where we were in the comments. I did put a star, or not this time, but of course, even my computer mouse is not clicking. There we go. There we go. Okay, Jamie popped in during reading sprints, and so did Tori. Hi. Nikita finished 20 pages during that sprint. Awesome. Jamie's cooking and got a page in Dracula done. What are you cooking? Oh, by the way, what were you eating for dinner, Maddie?
We just did super, super simple. It was just mashed potatoes with some seasoned ground beef.
Sounds good.
Yep.
We had, what did we have? We had, we had cowboy wraps. My dad, when he was working, he would go across the street to the bank, I think, where they had like a big lunch area, and they would make cowboy wraps, and it's basically just rotisserie chicken, barbecue sauce, ranch, lettuce, and tomatoes, and it's really good.
That sounds like something my husband would absolutely die for.
They are really good.
Yeah, I'd never heard of that before.
I think he just made up the name, or maybe it was like the menu name or something. Was it the menu name? He just shook his head yes. So he stole the name. Teresa read 10 pages. Awesome. All the Jamies are saying hi to each other. Laura got 28 pages read. Awesome. Molly got 6 pages read. Awesome. They could be really short chapters.
That's true.
Hi, Elma. Elma's joining in. She thinks she'll start All That Really Matters by Nicole Deese. Awesome. I'm not sure if I've read that one or not. I read a few of hers. Only 5 pages for me, but I'm reading while canning some pizza sauce. Awesome.
I love canning pizza sauce. Actually, just anything tomato-based. I love canning it.
We've never made homemade pizza sauce, but we have a family spaghetti sauce recipe, which if we gave it away, trust me, Grandma would come back and kill us.
That's awesome.
She always said, she's like, never give that away. And my mom was like, but what if, the family passes away? Because there's not that many of us. And she's like, I don't care. It dies with you.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Fair enough.
I mean, it is the best spaghetti sauce recipe. So
yeah,
you can eat it. You just can't know what's in it. Right. Jamie's been listening to Brave while cleaning. Nice. Beth read 15 pages. Ooh, Without a Trace is set at autumn time. Ooh, fun. Actually, is that part of the Rock Harbor series? I think it is. Pretty sure. That if it is, that's my favorite Colleen Coble series. Jamie put a roast in. Ooh. Jamie decided breakfast for dinner, so she's doing French toast. Nice.
Love French toast.
French toast is too sweet for me.
Really? So my husband, he doesn't like things just like basic, which I am the kind of person I'm like, you don't have to add all the sauce and stuff. I'll eat it, as basic as it comes. But he loves his French toast, but he likes it stuffed. So like you have like your 2 pieces of bread, and then you would put like your cream cheese in the middle. So it's like, your flavored cream cheese, you can do whatever you want in it. You put it between the 2 pieces, and then like you dip it in the eggs and stuff, and then you cook it. And I'm like, I mean, it's pretty good, but
it sounds dangerous.
yeah, I cannot eat a whole thing. It is so filling.
That would be dessert for me.
Yeah, basically.
I figured that's what you meant, Jamie, when you had your I put a roast period the. I'm pretty good at figuring out misspelled sentences and stuff. I think it's because of my mom. Like one time my mom gave me like a really weird sentence. She was typing like in like her really old phone, and like we were at Walmart or something, and she's typing something, and it was like literally JCPenney. It was literally gibberish, and I'm like, I have no idea what you're trying to say, Mom. And it was like she's supposed to say something like "meet me somewhere," and wasn't even close to that. I was like, I'm really pretty good at figuring that out, but that was not working. So she had to call me.
Fair enough.
Alma says, love breakfast for dinner, but my family doesn't like that. I would prefer breakfast for dinner over breakfast for breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really eat breakfast. I'll eat like yogurt or oatmeal, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Like I don't like the whole eggs or French toast or pancakes or whatever.
Yeah, I feel like we do more like breakfast stuff if we do it at dinner time.
Yeah. Plus, we're more awake at that time.
Right?
To actually make breakfast for dinner.
Yes.
Oh, you got school off for the fair? Oh, that's fun.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I loved those days in school.
We didn't have a whole lot of fairs. And if we did, it was like a fair like during your lunch break or after dinner or after school. And I'm like, so we never got time off for it.
Yeah.
I do remember though making I was part of French club, so we would make homemade crepes. So I would be in charge of that machine, and I could like get them going really quickly, and so that was a lot of fun.
That is awesome. I have never made a decent crepe in my life. I have tried, but it never comes out good.
They had the cheater one or the cheater machine where it was like electric and it was like already bowed. So like all you had to do was like flip it, dip it in the batter, and then flip it back up.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So, and then the second year I was going to do it again. I was so excited. And she was like, I'm sorry, just go and relax. We have our time slots. I'm like, but I was looking forward to this.
Like, this is all I want in life right now.
I know. It's like, I want to make the crepes. I don't care.
Oh.
Oh, well. Hi, Jeanette. Jeanette's reading Mountain Top by Robert Whitlow tonight. Awesome. Still have yet to read one of his books, but I do have one on NetGalley.
I like keep looking up all these books you guys are talking about because I haven't heard of any of them.
And Reese is here. Hi, Reese. Are you reading? Are you writing? What's happening? For those popping it just in, let us know what you're reading. I started Brave by Misu Andrews, but I think I will probably continue this Dreamer because it is really good. And I'm interested to see what happens because nobody knows that he's a dreamer. I mean, it's obvious because it's a Joseph retelling, but no, it's not a spoiler. Nobody in the book knows that he's a dreamer.
Fair.
Beth says she's waiting for a new reading journal from Amazon. Oh, awesome. Do you have any tips for reading and notes? I don't really do a lot of reading notes. Do you do reading notes?
It just kind of depends. I was going to say that's definitely each person is different because the things that I might take away from a book are obviously going to be different than you. But like for me, I tend to obviously any quotes that really stuck out to me or anything like that. If it was something when I'm shocked that a fiction book that isn't necessarily meant to be like this, overwhelming, life-changing book, but it has like a quote or a sentence in it that is a little bit more like, wow, I should probably actually listen to this a little bit more. Like I should adhere to this maybe a little bit more, or that kind of gives me a whole different way of thinking about something. Then I'll write that down because I'm just shocked that I found that in a fiction book. But that's kind of the only stuff that I write, or like in my journal, I'll usually write just what my original thoughts were on it. But I don't really do a lot of notes, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I have a favorite quotes page, which I like only have like 4 down this year so far.
Yeah.
Because like I literally have been listening to a ton of audio, so I don't pay attention to that as much.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I am not a note taker because like I don't like to write out reviews and stuff. So mine's mostly creative, where like I'll do bookshelves and just keep track of what I read each month and stuff like that. So
yeah.
I don't write a lot, except for the quote page. And normally I probably will fill it because every year so far I have been able to fill it like literally exactly. I have had enough quotes to fill the page.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I don't have like a quotes page. I have one of the like the commonplace notebooks, so which is just like a Mod Podge of stuff, But yeah, they don't ever end up in my reading journal, which maybe one day I'll switch over, my quotes from my books can go into there, but for right now it's not.
Jamie says the first book. Yes, he's talking about the Rock Harbor series. Yes, I thought it was the Rock Harbor series that you were talking about because I recognize the title. I'm like, I think that is my favorite series by Colleen Cople. It's a good series. Jamie says she's trying to type on her iPad.
Oh no.
I always hit enter, and I think it's on my phone. Like I'll hit enter. It happens a lot on Instagram. Where like I'm typing and then all of a sudden it'll click enter. I'm like, I wasn't even near the enter button. And Teresa says there were no context clues in that gibberish sentence, huh, Katie? No, there was not. I was like, there might have been like maybe a where spelled weird. So I knew she was talking about something about like where are you or something, but
oh my goodness. Have you ever seen the movie Mom's Night Out?
No, I haven't. I have heard that it's good.
It is so cute. It's so cute. And of course it's Christian, which I really like. So that it's not going to be all this filth and stuff. But there's this one part where they're talking about this older lady in the church who's trying to text. And it is so funny because she's trying to say like, can you pick up some, or like you need to eat some chicken noodle soup or something like that. And it keeps on coming out like chicken poodle poo. And she's like, oh my goodness. I'm like getting so frustrated. And I think about that so often.
My mom's gotten better over the years, but yeah. Like, she types stuff like that all the time, or it's like the preemptive texting where like it's like you want to type in like, just to type just the word and it comes out like bird or something. That's like, don't you know that word is a word,
Right. Yes. Oh my goodness, yes.
Jamie says her family doesn't really eat breakfast. Yeah. My son does, but not really me and my husband. That's me fair. Too. I'm more of a brunch. I used to eat like sometimes I'm like, I'll just give me a sandwich in the morning. I'm good. That's why I used to love toaster scrambles and trying to eat healthier, but those were my favorite.
Yeah. Yeah. We did like a couple of weeks ago, my husband was like, hey, I'm going to do breakfast this morning. And I guess he was craving steak. So we had steak for breakfast. And I was like, this is a new one for me. It's new. Like I liked it, of course, because I like steak, but it was like my brain was not ready for that just yet.
Well, they offer it on breakfast menus, right? Like steak and eggs or whatever. So yeah,
yeah, I've just never gotten it.
I'd probably like it. I never have either, but sounds good. The book fairs in grade school were fun. Mm-hmm. I was homeschooled during grade school, so
you don't know about those, do you?
I don't. But I did go to the library a lot. I still remember getting my first library card in Texas. I was so excited.
Oh, yeah.
She misses book fairs. I'm sure I would have loved those. I actually think I have been to a book fair, but it was like, I don't know, probably for some other school or some other reason, something. But I was like, sounds familiar. Mm. Had to mute my speaker. I got the burps after drinking my tea. Oh, a county fair. Parish fair. Rodeo. Ooh, I love rodeos. Ugh.
Yes. I actually got engaged at a rodeo.
Oh, how cool.
Yeah.
I think you told that story on your channel. I remember you saying that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was me saying I told myself I'd never get engaged at a rodeo, and then I did. Yeah.
You sound like what's his name? Luke from Loyally Luke by Pepper Basham.
Yeah.
He like absolutely hates Hallmark movies, and then he finds himself in a Hallmark romance.
Yep. There you go.
Yeah, I used to love rodeos, and then all of a sudden, like a few years back, we went to one here in New York, and we've been to a few in New York, and all of them were pretty good. But there was one where like it just turned me off of rodeos. It was just so boring.
Yeah.
I'm like, who are these cowboys? Like, I'm like, most of them like fell within like 5 seconds, not
Yeah.
even. And I'm like, these guys kind of stink. Where did you get your cowboys?
See, I'm like a little shocked that they even have them up in New York, because I guess I just always assumed that was more of a Southern thing. I don't know. I don't know why,
Yeah.
but I did.
Yeah, me too. Well, I didn't even know that like they have rodeos like way down south, like in South America. Like they have cowboys
yeah.
coming from South America. And I'm like, I had no idea about that.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like I actually got to go during when I was in high school, the whatever it was called, the greatest cowboy competition or whatever actually came to New York. So I was able to go, and that was fun.
That's cool.
And I think, don't quote me, but I think his name is Ron Moody or something like that. But he was like really, really big, and he was there, I think, competing.
That's cool.
But I was like, this is so cool. Hi, Fashion Aplenty. Glad you stopped in. Jamie has Robert Whitlow on her TBR. Never read him though. Yep, neither have I, but have heard of his books lots of times. And he writes mostly like law mystery books. Hello, M. M's reading In This Moment. Nice. Oh, I love that series by Gabrielle Meyer. Have you read that series yet? You need to.
Okay. I'll add it to my list right now. If I don't do now, I'll forget about it.
Oh, it's so good. The first one is I forgot the first. I always forget. When the Day Comes is what it's called, the first book. But oh, it's so good.
Oh, okay. I have seen these covers around. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, I've heard so many great things about this series.
They made the rounds. Yeah, I'm so glad it's so popular, because now she's like into ideas for all the way through book 7 now, I think.
Wow.
So, which is really rare, especially for like Baker Publishing. Most of them like only make it like to 3 books max usually.
That's cool. That's awesome.
They must like it. For her. Yeah. Reese is doing several things. Oh, she's been sick. Oh, pray you'll feel better. I know I've been feeling that way too, like on and off for the past week. I'm like, no, stop. Weather changing, stop it. Mm-hmm. And she's reading The Hobbit. Nice. Did you finish? I know you were reading one of the Lord of the Rings books a week ago or so. And writing and editing. Nice. I'm not editing. Like I'm taking the plunge, and I'm taking the tip of somebody who told me like nobody ever finishes a first draft. Like it's like 3% or 4% of writers never finish a first draft because they go back and edit like right away. So she said, don't fix anything. If you have like anything you have to research or forget a name, just put like a catchword that you don't use in your book, like hedgehog or pickle or whatever. So you can just search for that, and all that will come up in your book.
Oh, that's so smart.
Yeah, so she said just keep writing, no matter if it looks like garbage. Just don't go back and edit. Just keep writing. That's cool. So that's what I've been doing, and so far it's been helping. Yay, she's finally here. Oh, you tried for so long. Oh no, what happened? Reading Cranford, last few pages. Victober reading, awesome. Jamie had a book fair last week as a teacher, and you still love them. Of course. What librarian and what book lover wouldn't, you know? Teresa says for reading notes, she also does the following: new words, favorite character, least favorite character, and favorite moments. Yes, I'm doing stuff like that for the end of the year.
Yeah.
and first lines. I never think of first lines.
No, I saw somebody do that and I was like, that's actually a really, really cute idea. But because I do a lot of audiobooks, it would also kind of be the...
Yeah. And Jamie also loves Mom's Night Out. Nikita, most of reading notes are in the margin. I write in my reading journal what page it is on of my books, unless it is a library book, then I use my reading journal.
There you go.
Yeah. Hello, Christian country boy. Glad you're here. You don't like anything fancy with plotting. I just have a list of notes with a different series of topics, like character names and list of scenes, etc. Maps are cool. It ain't happening. Yeah, I love that. Have you ever seen where somebody like just drops a bunch of dry rice on a piece of paper and then they'll take a pen and draw around the rice to create a map? I'm like,
it's so cool. I love it.
Things like that. Jamie says we've done steak and eggs many times. That does sound really good. Jamie says I'm usually not a terrible texter, but somehow trying to comment on these lives. I guess my fingers stumble all over themselves. It's okay. I get the gist of most everybody's comments. So I think there's only been once or twice where it's like, I don't know what you're saying. Cowboys are everywhere. Yes. Mexican rodeos are fun. I've never been to one. There were either weak cowboys or strong bulls that they fell off in 5 seconds. Yes.
Or a mixture of the two.
My grandma used to surprise me. Like I used to sleep over once in a while at her house, and she would pop in the rodeo channel on TV. I'm like, I didn't know you were a rodeo fan, Grandma. Like she's not from Texas, so
yeah.
So I just thought it was so funny, and we used to watch that all the time together. And I remember the ones, man, like the big bulls that like almost their back end meets their head when they turn around.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't even know how you stay on those types of bulls.
Nope.
Jamie, my sis and niece are driving in from Colorado today. Oh, yay. Going to the rodeo tomorrow night because my niece loves rodeos. Only for her. Teresa says, yes, you need to. Maddie is fabulous.
Okay.
I think she's talking about the Timeless series.
Yeah.
Steve's asking if Christian Country Boy has his own channel here on YouTube. Hi, Steve. And he's reading the second book in the Fablehaven series, Rise of the Evening Star. Nice. Hope you're enjoying it. I know you enjoyed the first book. Says they want to be able to get on Baker Bookhouse website today. Been trying to order Jamie Jo Writes, but the screen is blank. I think I was on earlier today, I think. I'll double check for you though. Let you know, M. And yes, he does make videos. Nice. I will have to check out your channel. I don't think I'm subscribed, but I will be after this, I promise. Yes, it is nice to have other male Christian booktubers out there. Yes, yes. As many as possible. I feel like there definitely should be more. Because I'm like, there are a lot of male book lovers out there. We need more Christian male booktubers.
My husband keeps starting to do a...
Most of them are shy.
Or he's starting to do a Wheel of Time YouTube channel because he's obsessed with that series. And I'm like, chances are it would take off faster than anybody else's channel.
Yeah.
Because there's a whole fan base out there. But like also you're a dude, so that might play into it too.
I know there's one guy who I follow who's great. I love him. His name's Ian and his wife is Ashlyn. And you know Ian?
Yes. Yes.
I love his content. Like they're both Christian, but they read mostly mainstream fiction. But it's like I love them both. They have such great personalities. And I love Ian, even though like I rarely read horror or high fantasy. I just love his videos.
Yeah. Yeah, he's fun.
It's like I really would become friends with them if they lived closer. Jamie says she loves the first line thing. Yes, it does sound fun. Okay, well, I think I'll pause the comments here. So we're going to go ahead because we've been talking for a little while. So we're going to go for 20 minutes until, wow, perfect timing, until 20 after. All right, so have fun reading, everyone, and we'll see you all back shortly.
I am not sure if Katie. There we go.
No, I forgot to look up. My laptop died, so I had to quickly plug it in. Oh, I was like, oh no.
You're good.
All I heard was badum. I'm like, oh great. I was like, what happened? I'm like, oh,
I was like, I'll try and carry this, but I don't know what we're gonna do.
Yeah, stupid computer. Like, it didn't even give me a warning or anything. It just shut off.
Oh man.
It's like, thank you for the warning. Oh boy. So how did your reading go, Maddie?
I wasn't able to do any reading in that time. It's getting close to Piper's bedtime, so having to kind of work on that right now.
That's okay.
How about you?
I got about, I think, 2 chapters read in this Dreamer. I decided to switch for now, and it's pretty good so far. I really do like it, so I'm hoping to finish it by tonight, but I doubt it. So
yeah.
I was also on my phone a lot too, so I was like, oh no, get off the phone. Well, I saw an email saying Archer and Olive just picked their 6 members for their affiliate program, and I'm like, I didn't know they did that. So it's kind of like researching on when the next sign up was.
Oh, that's so cool though.
But probably a lot of people want to be in it.
I'm sure.
A lot of perks to being on it.
Well, until Katie gets back, Piper wants you guys to see this picture that she did. So this is what is keeping her entertained currently. So.
Sorry about that again.
You're good.
I think my laptop must be just so dead it keeps shutting off. So I switched to my phone instead.
Gotcha.
Oh boy. That's a mess. Oh well. We'll just let that sit there for a while and switch to the fun phone. Won't have a nice microphone, but oh well.
Hi.
There we go. Hi.
How's the
Yeah.
thing? How's the thing going?
How's her sprint going?
It's going good, except for my phone or my laptop making me disappear, but
Yeah.
we're good. We're back. And
He's doing a knock, and he's holding a
Oh,
hand
yeah.
that they need help.
Okay.
okay, where were we on comments? Because now I lost it. I know Reese is working on editing her video next week. Oh, there we go. I had to scroll quite a ways. We're back though, and I have 30% on my phone, so it should be good for at least a little while. And I can always switch back if I need to.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Fashion of Plenty is crocheting a scrunchie as we speak. Oh, that's so much fun. Pink fluffy wool. I've yet to make a scrunchie. Those sound fun though. They always slipped out of my hair though. When I was younger, I could never wear scrunchies.
Yeah, same. Because I have such thin hair, it just doesn't want to hold him in my hair.
Yeah, I have a lot of hair, but like it just zinged right out. And she watched some good old British films this week.
I love British films.
Awesome. They are really good.
Mhm.
Especially love BBC. Also watching Make Me an Offer, old British film. And I did see your comment earlier, Fashion of Plenty. Was wondering, how does everyone get reading buddies? Would love to know. Well, you can always ask either one of us. We love buddy reading.
Did you read yours from last month, by the way?
No.
Yeah, I got like a couple chapters into it, and then I had set it down, and we had a crazy month, and so then I just forgot.
We'll get to it. We'll read it together at some point. But yes, I mean, you can ask either one of us. Facebook groups, usually anybody's really nice and will buddy read. Like you could just make a post in any book group and ask for buddy readers, and I'm sure there'll be tons of people who would join.
Yeah. Or if you're watching a YouTuber and they're talking about like their books that they're going to read for the next month, and you say, well, that's what I'm going to read or I want to read, then just message them. Most booktubers are all about doing another buddy read.
Yeah. Jamie said she forgot how boring Dracula is. Why in the world did I want to reread this? Then don't, if you don't want to.
Yep.
I've always wanted to try it, but like honestly, it did sound pretty boring.
Yeah.
Like I read Frankenstein, but I was like, I loved Frankenstein's monster, but I hated Frankenstein. I'm like, can we just have the point of the monster and not Frankenstein?
Yeah.
And Steve is enjoying his book. It was the Fable book, Chronicle. Oh, oops. Oh no, no, don't hide. It's been an age since I have used my phone in a reading sprint. I'm like, it's been so long. Oh boy. There we go. And he finished the first book of the Chronicles of Narnia. Oh, The Magician's Nephew. Yeah. I don't read them in that order. Have you ever read Chronicles of Narnia, Maddie?
Oh yes, we're big fans.
I've read it a few times. Do you read it publication order or like what they say is the order, like Magician's Nephew first?
No, yeah, we definitely did it. We've done it a couple of different ways. I want to say the first time that I really read through it, I started with Magician's Nephew. But then I think the most recent one, I want to say it was publication order.
That's the way I always do it. Like, I don't know. I feel like Narnia seems so magical. You shouldn't really know how it came to be until a little bit later.
Yeah.
That's why I like the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe first.
Yeah, that's fair.
Jamie asked if the second book is any good from that Fable series. Hi, Lucy. She's closing manager tonight, or she'd be here. Yeah, that was probably commented like 20 minutes ago when I was trying to figure out how to. Stupid laptop problems. Oh well. Apparently everybody's interested in Fablehaven. I have seen that book around a little bit last year. Tori ran to grab food. She's probably back by now. Paige says, hi, Lucy. Nikita read 26 pages. Nice. Teresa read 13. Yes, and I left Maddie all by herself. Hey, she's done reading sprints before. She'll be fine.
Yeah. Not my first rodeo.
Jamie DNF Dracula.
That's fair.
Oh, she only read 2 pages and she's so tired. Okay, good night, Molly. I know the feeling. I'm a little bit tired, but still going strong. We'll probably do at least maybe 1 or 2 reading sprints more, probably. Does that sound good to you, Maddie?
Sounds great.
Okay. Laura, 52 more pages read. Wow, awesome. Might finish during sprints tonight. Yay.
That'd be cool.
Steve said the first book in the Fable series was slow starting, but it got good. Nice. At least good enough to go on to book 2. Yeah, sometimes their books are tricky and like you're not sure if you want to continue the series or not. That's why I have 50 plus series going. It's hard though. Like I used to be a huge series binge reader. Like
Yeah.
I would read all of them when they came out. Like I would wait until they all came out and then read them all. But then like now since I review books so much, it's like I don't have time to finish the whole series.
Right. Well, and I realized that if I read like the straight series and nothing else in between, then I start like missing parts of it because there's just like I'm just taking in so much of the same world all at the same time instead of allowing myself to sit in the one book and let that just kind of like seep in and let me take everything in and then read something else and then get back to it later on. So like I had just read the Inheritance Games yesterday. I finished it and I really wanted to get to the second one because of course it leaves you on a cliffhanger. And so I'm like, I really want to know, but I'm like, if I do that though, I will forget important parts about the first one because I moved on too quickly. And since it's all the same characters and stuff, it would just all blend together and stuff.
See, I'm the opposite. I like to read them like right away. So like it's fresh in my mind. Otherwise I will immediately forget.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, no, that's how I am because like I do read like, 15 books a month. So like I don't remember anything until the wrap up pretty much, unless it was like a 6-star read.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's like my brain just shuts off after reading. I'm like, okay, I enjoyed it. On to the next one. What happened in that book? I don't know.
Yeah, and then a month later you're like, I'm pretty sure I read it, but couldn't tell you.
Yeah. Nope. My grandma used to be really, really good at that. Like she knew every book that she ever read. So like she wouldn't remember the covers, but like she started reading and she'd be like, oh, I read this.
Oh, wow.
I was like, I don't know if I would be able to do that. Like I'm more better with book covers. Like if I see a book, I'm like, oh, I read it.
Yes. Yeah.
Elma got 7 pages done. Awesome. Great coloring, Piper. I must have missed the picture.
Yeah, when you bounced out, Piper was like, here, look at this.
I love coloring too, so I still color. I need to get back into coloring. I bought like a whole bunch of coloring books last year and then like stopped coloring this year.
Yeah, we got a fall one because I was like, I want to do all the fall things, so we're gonna color.
Yeah, coloring's always great. I have like probably 50 coloring books now. So
yeah, we have a lot.
But, do you have adult coloring books too, or do you just color together with Piper?
No, we do the adult coloring books. But then like if I'm wanting to do like those ones I love, but they're not necessarily like a cozy thing for me to do because they can be so intricate sometimes. And my mind is like overthinking it all. And since I'm not like the best artist, I'm like, I'm going to ruin this entire picture. And so sometimes I like to do the really easy ones.
Well, if you have a printer with a scanner, I know a lot of people who do that where they'll scan a picture in their coloring book and then they'll color it that way. So if they make a mistake, it's just printed. So
that's so smart. I never would have thought to do that.
Yeah, or digital coloring books. I know a lot of artists that sell digital coloring books, so you can just print them out.
Oh, there you go.
I have a lot of those.
That's smart. I never would have thought to even look at that.
Yeah, Etsy. Etsy has a ton of artists on there.
Love Etsy.
Fashion of Plenty asks, is anyone else doing Booktober? No. I'm not huge into Victorian literature or classics in general that much.
I probably would have enjoyed that, but I didn't know about it in time. And plus, I'm like, at this point of the year, I have to be careful how much I sign up for because I will definitely overcommit. And there's so many other things going on in life. So, yeah.
I don't commit to anything between October and December because I'm like nose to the grindstone. I'm filming for Bookmas. I'm working on my book because I do want to finish the first draft before the end of the year. I don't know how that's going to work out with my filming schedule, but like October through December, I'm nose to the grindstone. In January, I'm sleeping the entire month.
That's when you hibernate.
Yep. All January. That's when I barely film or tell the relaxing videos.
Yeah.
Hi, K-Tree. K-Tree's here popping in. Hi, Tara. Tara's currently reading The Filling Station by Vanessa Miller. Ooh, I want to read that one. It sounds really good. Ooh, Beth asks, have you seen the original movie Gaslight with Ingrid Bergman? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. And I do kind of like books like that with the gaslighting thing. Yeah, it's more. It happens more like psychological thrillers. Do you know what gaslighting is, Maddie?
I'm not in this context unless it's what you would imagine gaslighting.
Yeah. Well, it's like when a person, like say a husband or whatever, slowly is starting to make his wife or whatever go mad, and making her think that she's going crazy even though she's not. Yeah. So yeah, I love books like that. Yeah.
Dude, that is so funny. I think it's so interesting to learn like the different I guess like a trope that people like. And it's so interesting to learn those things. But I probably would like this. I just haven't read a ton of them.
Yeah.
But I think like thrillers. I think those are good.
I think Breakdown by B.A. Paris is one that does a gaslighting trope.
Okay.
And that one's pretty good.
And Gaslight. I'm gonna look all these up.
Yeah, it's Ingrid Bergman and Charles Boyer. Definitely an oldie.
Okay, got it.
Fashion of Plenty says, thanks for the ideas for buddy reading. We'll use them for sure. Oh, thank you. I think all of us Christian booktubers are all friendly and approachable. We'll like be friends immediately with everybody who comments.
Yep.
Like, hey, a new family member.
Yep.
Yeah, Lucy and Micah and Celestria, yeah. You're all usually down for some kind of buddy read. You don't speak for all these people, but you did anyways. So I'll text Micah and be like, hey, Steve said you're up for a buddy read. Fashion of Plenty says she's making the scrunchies for herself and other people. Awesome. Friends and kids. Jamie says it's been a couple years since I buddy read, but I will do one. Awesome. I would love to start next year. I really do want to start like a monthly buddy read. I think that would be lots of fun. Good night, Molly. Okay, am I finally catching up in comments? Yes, I am. Teresa says she has to wait a day between books. It's like I had to sit with it and process before I grab another book to read. Yeah. I do that with 6-star reads. Like if it's like it really hit me, I'm like, it gets me in a little bit of a slump and I'm like, I just want to like hug the book and like think about the book. Yeah. Doesn't happen very often, but that actually helps me not to get into a reading slump is picking up books right away.
Yeah.
Fashion of Plenty says, does anyone else like collecting cutlery in China? Home Sense has some nice ones, British style. I don't have any yet, but want to collect. I don't have any room for fancy cutlery in China. I collect mugs, and I have too many of those to begin with.
Yeah, I used to have tons of mugs, and then we had to get rid of most of them because they couldn't come on the boat, and that was so sad. That was probably harder to part with than books, which is weird. But I knew like I can find these books again, but chances of finding these mugs again could be really hard.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of my mugs, like I found like at Home Goods or used thrift stores and stuff. And like there's some Disney ones that I'm like, I've never seen ever again. And so it's like I love the my favorites now are the 3D like face ones that like stick out and stuff. And I have too many of those now. I'm like, they take up the space of like 2 mugs.
Yeah, they're pretty large.
Yeah, my mom just got me. I saw it when we were at Home Goods. It was a goofy one, and it had a hat on the a hat on the handle, and it's got his whole snout and everything. I'm like, I have to get it.
That's so cool.
Oh, thank you, Fashion and Plenty. Yeah, I'm hoping to to finish it. I'm hoping by the end of next year I will have like a plan of where I want to publish it by that point. Jamie's going to try to read either Tenet of Wildfell Hall or Jane Eyre for Victoria. Nice. I would like to try Jane Eyre at some point. I did like the movie.
Jane Eyre's good. It's definitely it's a bit slow at first, but it is very, very good.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember the movie being a little bit slow. I love the BBC editions of all the classics.
Yeah. So I watched the first time I had ever watched one. Actually, I think I watched that for the first time, like maybe last year or the year before. And it was after I had finally read Jane Eyre. And I watched the version that I'm assuming it was the American version. But the whole, like, I'm starting to watch it, and the whole time I'm like, why am I creeped out by this movie? Because it's not a creepy movie. I just couldn't figure out. And then I realized that the person who plays Jane Eyre plays in, yeah, that's great, baby. Plays in The Walking Dead, and she is like this absolutely creepy, like very like psychologically manipulative person. It was bad, and so it was her, and that's why like I kept looking at her. But this was obviously years before that, so I was like, why do I not like you? And I don't know why. Yeah,
that's funny how like we associate like their characters with like how they really are, or like it transfers from movie to movie.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the same one, but the one I saw was with Timothy Dalton in it as Rochester. But that's the only one I think I've seen. I think it was BBC because he's an English actor. But that one was good. In the dictionary, Edward Cullen is next to gaslight. The gaslighting plots in movies and books, can't stand them. I just like to see the bad guys get their just desserts at the end.
Yeah. So
I like to see how it all goes out.
Have you ever read The Housemaid?
Yeah, I read that one.
Okay, that's one of the first ones that really made me realize, oh, there's like this is a whole thing. Like there are many books that have this. Who knew? And I actually liked it, oddly enough. But yeah.
Yeah, I always like, you know, how characters make other characters, like their mind twist, making them think that they're going crazy or something is not what it seems. And I don't know, it's just fun. Yeah. And then I like seeing the bad guys get their just desserts.
Yeah.
Tara said the filling station is so good, very emotional. Awesome. Just watching your reviews, it's one I think you'll love. That's good. I got the Neckel arc for it, I think.
Very cool.
Hi, Krista. So happy you're here. Did you see I got to meet her last month?
I did. Yeah.
So much fun. She is so sweet. And I told her, I was like, I knew we were going to be both the same height or roughly. Because I'm like, I saw pictures of her with other people. I'm like, she looks tall. And I was like, we were like nose to nose. I was like, yes, we're both the same height.
Yeah, that never happened. I'm quite short. So.
Yeah, I'm 5'9", so I'm the opposite. Like most of my friends are shorter than me. So
yeah.
Hi, Christina. Glad you're popping in. Paige says, love watching Holiday Inn during winter. Oh, yes. Fred Astaire. My mom likes Fred Astaire. Yeah. We actually, I think we just watched Holiday Inn, or I watched Holiday Inn for the first time, either last year or the year before. I'm normally a White Christmas fan, and then I realized Holiday Inn was like supposedly like a little bit like the prequel to it. And I was like, I have to watch it. Susan says, "Thanks, Steve. That is nice of you about the buddy reads." And Susan's popping in. Hi. Uh-oh, Paige gave Jane Eyre 1 star.
Oh no.
That was like me with Emma. I did not like Emma. I think I barely gave it 2 stars.
Really?
Yeah, it was my first Jane Austen. I was like, I was so bored the entire time. I was listening to the audiobook at 3 times the speed just to get through it.
Yeah. See, I feel like if you were to start with like Mansfield Park or Emma, then you're probably not going to ever want to read any of her other books. But if you start with either like Pride and Prejudice or Sense and Sensibility, and then you go to one of those, then I love Emma because it's like you hate her. You didn't like,
Yeah.
I did not like her, but I was also like, because I know your writing is so fantastic, Jane, I know that you're doing this on purpose because I've seen, like this phenomenal character writing where you love the character. And so I was like, it was really cool to see the 2 different ones, but I couldn't imagine starting with Emma. Yeah, I'd hate it. I would hate it.
Yeah. I just started reading Pride and Prejudice. I haven't gotten very far into it, but I'm like, I know I'm going to love it because I love the BBC version, which is literally like the closest you can get to a book version. So I was like, I know I'm going to love it. And I get on such a tyrant with tantrum with Lucy at Lucy Chronicles because like she hates Pride and Prejudice. And she's like, I hate Mr. Darcy. I'm like, if you watch the BBC version, it would change your mind. She's like, you'll never make me watch it. I was like, it'll change your mind. Fashion of Plenty wants to read Wuthering Heights at some point. That's a depressing. I've seen the movie. A depressing movie.
Yeah, I was supposed to read it like 2 months ago, and I started it, and I was like, can't do this yet. I'm not there yet.
It's a big book too, isn't it? It's like 400 or 500 pages.
I honestly don't remember.
I don't know.
Mine is a different copy, and it has like small writing, so it's smaller than usual. But I don't remember how much the actual size is supposed to be.
I hate small writing in classic books, and like it makes me not want to read it more. Like I need big print. Jamie says, I love china and cutlery. Yes, you do. I remember seeing your tea stuff. But try not to buy too much except tea stuff. Fashion of Plenty likes wallpaper patterns and prints on cutlery. Awesome. That's fun. Susan's praying for Reese too that she'll feel better soon. And Paige likes collecting teacups and saucers. Oh, nice, Steve. Buddy reads are helping you understand the story better. Plus, it's nice to get someone else's perspective. Yeah, it is. It is really nice. That's why I like what app is it? I think it's Voxer. Voxer and Telegram. I think they're really good to use for buddy reads because you don't want to spoil for anybody what you're reading. So like you can leave voice messages and then you don't have to listen to it until you're done with those chapters. So that's nice. Jamie said she liked the older version of Jane Eyre, the one with Laurence Olivier. I'm thinking of Wuthering Heights. I don't know who's in the older version of Jane Eyre. Yes, Rebecca is a Gaslight type book. Yes, I've seen the movie. Love the movie. That's also with Laurence Olivier, and I really do want to read the book. That's on my list for next year. Future video for December. Fashion and Plenty says same here, but I don't have any, so I'd love to start a collection soon. I have heard of The Wife Upstairs. I haven't read it though. Creepier modern version of Jane Eyre. And K3 DNF'd Emma. I would have too if it wasn't for a book prompt. I don't remember what book prompt it was, but I was like, I have to get it done because nothing else fits. I think it was actually like a teacup on the cover or something, and I did find an edition with a teacup. I think that was it.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I'm literally not going to find too many other things.
Yeah.
Maybe a cozy mystery. I probably should have thought of it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you could find a cozy mystery with one.
Yeah. Jamie enjoyed her first read of Jane Eyre. The only thing I know of Emma is the Gwen Paltrow movie and Clueless. Yeah.
Yes, which
I do love Clueless.
So yeah, that one's really good. But there's a new version that has, babe, who's that actress with the eyes? Queen's Gambit.
Oh, Anya Joy Taylor.
Yeah, Anya Joy Taylor or something along those lines. She plays in it, and that version was actually really, really good. I mean, I still love the Gwyneth Paltrow one though too.
I do love Clueless. I used to watch that one. And I never realized it was an Emma retelling. I was like, oh, kind of makes sense.
I did not make that connection until you just said that.
Yeah, because she's kind of hated throughout the entire movie, and then she falls in love with the good guy, and
yeah, and she's like trying to set her friend up, and oh my goodness,
trying to make him over. Yeah,
yeah.
I never saw that.
Wow. Well, there we go.
Yeah, the only version of Emma I like.
I love Clueless.
Nikita watches a lot of classic movies. I do too. Not silent films though. Oh, my grandma loves silent films, and once those were on, I was like, nope. I was like, no, but they only happened around like I think 1 a.m. or 12 a.m. or something. Like they were late at night. So I was like, I'm good. I'll just go to bed.
Yeah.
Yes, but I do love old movies. I have watched a ton of old movies. They are my favorites.
Yeah, my favorite movie of all time is Seven Brides for Seven Brothers, which is an old movie. I'm obsessed with that one.
My mom loved that movie.
Yeah, so
I always loved the guy with the red hair.
Yeah.
I think it was the guy with like the reddish blonde hair. He was like the best dancer. I'm like, man, when I saw him, I was like, wow, like he's a great dancer. He also played Tom Thumb, that actor from Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. Yeah, he was Tom Thumb in a movie version. And yeah, he was a great dancer. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
He was in West Side Story too? Oh, West Side Story too.
There you go.
Yeah, the strawberry blonde haired guy. Yeah. Now I got my family talking about it. My favorite classic movie is Some Like It Hot. It's hilarious. I quote it all the time.
Yeah.
You have to see it. It's so good. Yeah.
I do.
Yeah. It's still actually listed as the best comedy of all time.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to put that closer to the top of my list then.
It is so good. And like that was literally one of the very first things that I said the line, "You too, toothpick." And it's in Some Like It Hot. My family didn't realize it. It was like the bad guys were like lining up all the other bad guys during like the Valentine Saint massacre. And so the one guy says, "You too, toothpick." And I used to say that when I was little. I was like 2. And my mom's like, what are you trying to say? And she finally realized where it came from. Like, yeah, I came up with some weird stuff as a kid.
Yep.
Yes, buddy reads are fun to bounce ideas off of other readers. I love to do that. Jamie loves Jane Austen. I'm sure I will after I read Pride and Prejudice. I also have this great edition that my friend Christy gave me. It has like letters and invitations and little inserts and stuff in the book, which is really cool. And one fell out, so I immediately went throughout the entire book to washi tape them all in, so I could read them when I got to that page. I'm like, if it happens once, it's going to happen again.
Yeah, that is so cool. I hadn't seen something like that.
Yeah, it's really cool. And Jamie D and That's Wuthering Heights. That's okay. Not every classic is for everybody. Although I just read The Blue Castle last month by Ellen Montgomery. It was probably my favorite classic now to date. It's so
really
good. Now I understand why everybody always says you got to read The Blue Castle. I'm like, okay, I'll get to it. Paige said she decided the Bronte sisters aren't for her.
That is fair.
Okay, my mom just has to slice her apple. So if I mute my speaker, that's why. Because she has like one of those slicers that you pound down. So it's gonna make a loud noise when it comes up. So I will mute myself when that happens. Or we can just, do you want to start another reading sprint? Okay, we'll do that. So, well, it wasn't loud, so she already did it. Let's go ahead and do another reading sprint. I am on my phone, so I don't think I can add in music this time. So, mom said, "Ah." But if I can get back on my laptop, I will change it during the sprint. So we'll sprint for 20 minutes until 15 after, and I'll see you all back shortly. Okay, everyone, that's the end of our next reading sprint. There's Maddie. There we go. Take off the banner. So next sprint, I have to type in a huge code to my laptop because I don't know what happened. Oh well, at least thankful for phones to still be here. So, did you get any reading done during that sprint?
Yes, I picked back up. We're slowly reading through the Library of the Dead. It's a buddy read for my membership, and I'm slowly working my way through it because I don't know what I think about it. And so, yeah, I just got a couple more chapters read in it.
Sounds like an interesting title.
Yeah, it is, and I'm still like I'm not 100% sure what's going on.
I read a few pages in this dreamer, so we're getting there.
I'm still enjoying it.
Yeah. It won the Christie Award a few years ago, I think. So.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty. Yeah, I didn't even know. I was like, I looked her up and I was like, oh, it won a Christie Award.
That's cool.
And now I gotta find where we were in comments. I know I highlighted it. But yeah, mine's good. It's like all the people, well, not all the people, but like some of them are gifted, and then they're marked by like their guardians, and so there's like a control room that's like supposed to represent like heaven and stuff. So they have like guardian angels that come down to earth, and like the one boy who is like the Joseph of this fantasy book, he gets like stolen away. Like Joseph is sold to the Egyptians. He's kind of taken to like a different sector where like technically like nobody's supposed to be able to cross the different sectors, but he is. And so like they're trying to figure out like what his abilities are. They don't know he's a dreamer, so it's pretty cool.
That sounds really, really good.
Yeah, they all have like different colored eyes in each sector. So like his sector has blue eyes. And when the guardian angel came to Earth, she had to wear glasses because she had like, they all have golden eyes. And so he's in a place where they all have like brown eyes. So he's like, they're like, we've never seen blue eyes before.
Oh, that's cool.
Susan said Maddie does nice buddy reads on her YouTube channel club.
Oh, well, thank you, Susan.
Yeah, she told me to talk to you about the YouTube channel club. So I'll text you after or talk to you after about that.
Definitely.
Passion of Plenty has made way too many scrunchies now. Yeah, we've been here a while. You could easily probably make a scrunchie in like, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes maybe? And Passion of Plenty loves Clueless. It is a cute movie. Kind of reminds me a little bit of, what's that movie with Drew Barrymore? Never Been Kissed. It kind of reminds me of that too a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Also a great movie.
Yeah, Fashion of Plenty has been here for a little bit on my channel. She's been here for maybe a few months, I think, at least. There are so many awesome booktubers.
Mm-hmm.
Reading sprints are fun. They are one of my favorites too. I try to join in whenever I can on anybody's channel when I see them. Unless I took a nap yesterday or the day before and I was like, oh no, I missed reading sprints with somebody. Thankfully, I wasn't supposed to be in it or anything, but
Yeah.
Jeanette loves Seven Brides for Seven Brothers too.
It's so good.
I haven't seen that one in forever. I really do need to rewatch it. I love the scene when they're dancing with the girls. That's my favorite part.
Yeah.
Jamie's been on a classic movie kick. This was after a couple years of hardly watching anything but YouTube.
Fair.
That's the way I've been feeling lately. Like I watched a ton of YouTube like the past 2 or 3 years, and then this year I'm like, I just don't feel like watching YouTube.
Yeah.
I actually just started rewatching Once Upon a Time.
Oh, that's a good show.
It is a good show.
Hmm.
I dressed up as the evil queen for one of my birthday parties. I had
Oh,
this
that's-
gorgeous blue velvet dress. I had my hair up with like the little like black decal, and I had an apple. My nails were painted like red and black ombre. It was great.
That's cool.
She was my favorite though.
Yeah.
And I loved Rumpelstiltskin.
Yes. Weirdly enough, right?
I
Mhm.
know it's like he's like the character you love to hate, but like he grows on you.
Yeah.
I had a little tiny crush on him too when I watched it for the first time. Him and Hook. And I don't know
Oh,
why, but I could not like Prince Charming. I'm like, he's okay, but
right. Yeah.
oh, Abbott and Costello movies are the best.
Mhm.
I love Abbott and Costello meet the monsters. That's a great one for watching around Halloween time.
Yeah.
Anyone here seen Here Comes the Brides? No, I have not.
I don't think
Never
so.
heard of that one.
It
Doesn't
sounds
sound
familiar,
familiar.
but I don't think I've seen it.
Looking forward to the Buddy Reader Brave and then your interview with Misu. Yes, I'm
Mhm.
so excited. I love her so much. Fashion of Plenty says, I've hesitated to read Blue Castle because I heard it's not as happy as some of her other books. It starts out a little depressing, but by the end of the book, I fell in love with the characters. With I think her name's Valancy. She reminded me a lot of myself in the beginning because she's like kind of a recluse and like she had a lot of make believe boyfriends and stuff, which I totally did. And so like I was like, oh, she reminds me a lot of myself. But yeah, I really liked her. Yeah, it gets better though as the book goes, so I really enjoyed it. I used to always have Turner Classics moving on. Sadly, do not have the ability to watch. Yeah, that was a great channel. I loved their 24-hour watch-a-thons of White Christmas. It's like they would play it like 24 hours or 48 hours straight.
Yeah. That's such
Like
a good movie.
if you missed it at 2, you can watch it again at 4. Barney the Vampire is a whole lot better than Dracula. It's where we get the brooding vampire from. I have never heard of that. I've heard of a different one. There's like a girl on the cover or something that was like supposed to be like the first vampire book or something, but I've not heard of Varney.
I
I'll have to
haven't
check
either.
that out. That sounds interesting. I'll look it up on my phone or write it down in my notes or something. Jamie says it's not super happy, but not super sad either. Yeah. It's like a good mixture, I would say. Akita says, have you seen The Vampire? No, I have not. I know you do not like Dracula, but some consider Vampire to be the first vampire novel. I think that's the one I've heard of, I think. It was also written at the same time as Frankenstein. No, I have not heard of The Vampire. I do like, the only one I like watching Hotel Transylvania. I love those cartoon movies.
Yes.
They are so cute.
Yes. My daughter has she is allowed to rent a DVD from the library because our car has like a TV in it, and instead of us having to keep up with DVDs in the car, she's just allowed to use a library one. And so then we just like, we get a new one every week or whatever. And so she picked out the newest Hotel Transylvania. So we've been watching that on repeat. Like, yeah, it's still so
cute. Those are good. I love that's like literally probably the only role I like Adam Sandler in.
Yeah. It's so good.
It's good.
I love him.
Yeah. Did is it like the third Hotel or fourth? Was it the fourth one she got?
Where he's supposed to be retiring, and so he's going to be leaving the hotel to Johnny and Mavis.
Yeah.
But he doesn't want to, and so then like some become monsters and some become humans. So
it's fun.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I don't know if you know. Do you know it's not Adam Sandler doing that voice?
I did not know that. No.
No, it's not. And
Wow.
I don't know him personally, but he is a YouTuber, and he's a Christian YouTuber actually, and he could do the voice of Dracula. So they were like, well, we can't. I don't know if they couldn't get Adam Sandler back or what, but since it was like a Netflix film or I can't remember, or Disney Plus or something,
Yeah.
but they were like, so they got him to do it.
Wow, I did not know that.
Hmm.
I was like, it sounds like him, but there are those couple of things that he'll say where you're like, that sounds a little different, but I'm just like,
Yeah.
yeah, whatever.
Yeah, you just, yeah.
Doesn't
You're like, he
matter.
had a bad day or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that's really cool though.
Yeah, he does like he goes to Disney World and like he'll interact with characters with all like the different voices and stuff. So yeah,
wow.
he does all that. Yeah.
That's cool.
He's really cool. I can't remember his name, but I mean I could look him up. I just had to go on my other account on YouTube. But yeah, he's really great. And when I heard he was a Christian, I was like, oh, that's so cool.
Now I'm gonna look this up.
I'll try to find him for you. Shouldn't be too hard. I don't have many things I follow on my other YouTube video. Yeah.
Oh,
Brian Hall. Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. So he does a lot of like Disney themed stuff, voiceovers. He'll do I love when he teams up with another YouTuber and they have like a wheel of impressions where they have different characters that she can do and different characters he can do, and then they spin the wheel to see if they can do the different voices. That's a lot of fun. Nikita says, I've not read Vampire yet, but will be in the future. Jamie says, have not read it. I'll have to check it out. Yeah, anything that sounds better than Dracula, I'm willing to try.
I'm gonna look it
Nikita
up
says, I learned about the vampire due to a show that went to museums. Vampire and Frankenstein were written during a contest Lord Byron created with the two authors during a blizzard. I did not know that. That is so cool. That'd be really cool. And both got published, so I guess they're both good enough. Nikita read 20 pages during that reading sprint. Krista says, I have less than 7 hours left in Words of Radiance. I'm determined to finish this weekend.
You'll get there.
Yeah, I have like, I think 2 or 3 books I want to finish before Monday. And thankfully, the like 2 are one's on audio and then the other ones are on Kindle. So that's good.
Yeah.
Teresa read 12 pages. Katrie read 30 pages. Jamie says she's reading Can't Help Falling by Courtney Walsh. The hubby got home and started talking to him. Paige says she hasn't heard of Vampire either. Susan asks, how are you liking it, Krista, your book? I'm sure she answered by now, possibly. Here Comes the Bride was a show in the 60s with Bobby Sherman. Oh, okay. I do love Bobby Sherman. I had a crush on him too growing up. The town is almost all men, so they send for women to marry. Oh, okay.
That's cool.
That's funny. I've never heard of that one, but I do like Bobby Sherman. He used to have a record of his songs.
Oh.
Paige said her mom loved the show, Susan. Hi, Coletta. Let us know what you're reading. We should do, I would say, are you good with one more reading sprint and then call it a night?
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds good. Jamie said, not that it has to do with vampires, but I was weirded out to find out Disney, who did not do the original movie, is releasing a live action film of Fern Gully. I can't imagine this without Robin Williams. Yeah, when they came out with the new Aladdin, I was like, no, there's no Robin Williams.
Yeah, I was hesitant, but it ended up being very good. So
It was good.
Yeah.
I love seeing the outtakes of his voiceovers for that. Like, he did like so many lines that they literally had to cut like 80% of it because he would just keep rambling on.
Yes.
It's like, yeah, that sounds like him.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just found out, like, not even 5 years ago, that he did the voice in the beginning of Aladdin, like the seller guy.
Yeah.
I'm like, I had no idea he did that.
Yeah. You're so talented.
Lord Byron, though, created the contest. He got bored and gave up while the other 2 authors published their works. Those poor people. Krista says, I'm loving it, but took too long to read, but it's so good. Yes, looking forward to your review. I love seeing all the reviews. And Jamie says he's headed to bed. You're welcome. Thanks for joining in, Jamie. All right, so I guess we'll do one more reading sprint. I'm sorry there's no music. I'm still trying to figure that out, but we'll enjoy our last 20 minutes of reading sprints. So I'll see you back at that 50. 50. So enjoy your 20 minutes, and we'll see you back soon. Okay, everyone, that is the end of our last reading sprint for tonight. I know I'm ready to go to bed very soon. I think my earbuds aren't connected anymore. All right, so Susan says, good night, Jamie. I think everybody's tired and going to bed. Colette's reading apple pie. Sorry. Apple pie and trouble. Nice. Teresa's off to bed too. Good night. My earbuds for some reason aren't working, so let me see if I can. I think it's because I unplugged them and didn't plug them back in. So let me see if I can get rid of it. There we go. Nikita read 34 pages that time. Nikita says, thank you for reading sprints. Good night, everyone. Yeah. So how did you do on that reading sprint?
Good. Just I got a couple more pages read. I wasn't able to do a ton, but slowly chipping away at the Library of the Dead. So
And of course, my volume isn't working. Problems. No, I guess my volume isn't working for you, so I can't hear you, Maddie.
oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I unplugged my earbuds because they were dying, and now it's not working. Oh, man, such struggles. Anyways, thank you for everyone for hanging out with Maddie and I tonight, along with all the problems of sprints and everything. We love you, everyone, and we'll see you all back on Maddie's channel on Tuesday. I will make sure to share the live when it gets closer to the date. So good night, everyone. Thanks for joining in, and we'll see you all later.